And we're back for episode 9 of my IL-2 How to Fly series, the penultimate episode, and also the first and last episode to be filmed with the CUP mod pack. I'm sorry if you get any background noise. There are currently typhoons dogfighting right over my house, and I can't do naught about that, so to speak. But our first aircraft, as I mentioned before, this is going to be my experimental aircraft episodes where we look at certain aircraft that never made it through the design stage. There will be certain aircraft that I will look at in this video that are offered with CUP, and there will be aircraft that I don't look at that are offered with CUP because for some reason the sound mods don't really work properly. So this is a bit of a test in its own to see if the sound works. But as you can see, we have two engines in this aircraft. So I'm going to start the first one and I'm going to start the second one. As you can see, they're mounted here. Now for takeoff we don't actually need to use any other features, but looks like we have sound on this one. Yes, we do. And as you can see, we're moving, but engine 2 needs to start. So it was a very strange aircraft, and it can actually be equipped with some wire-guided missiles, I'm led to believe. But now we have both engines started. As we can see, we have no flap controls whatsoever, so I'm actually just going to go to this position here, which is... oh, FOV, please. Okay, so this is the actual sort of takeoff position that you get, but for the sake of the video, we're just going to go third person, and we're just going to throttle all the way up. And with a bit of lag, the aircraft just lifts straight up off the ground. And, after a bit of encouragement, it will level out, and maybe some redding out later, and a bit of a stall. You are speeding along. Now, another thing to note, this has no radiators, so you have to be very careful when it comes to engine management. But it is relatively manoeuvrable, and it doesn't have a packed punch. Let's just fire off the cannons here. I think it's like twin 37mm or maybe even 40mm. But this is the Heinkel Lurch, I think it is, or Lurche, something like that. I really have no idea how to pronounce the name. This is the B2 variant. I need to enable my snap view here. So this was probably a later variant, and it would have been, if it had gone into production, as we've seen, the first VTOL aircraft made. So actually, just to give you an idea of the guns, if I can... oh, if I haven't left it too late. Oh. A lot of lag there. We nearly froze. I think, in fact, we did freeze for a second. So we're just going to go straight up into a loop. Very little problems when it comes to stalling with this aircraft, because there's not really a lot to stall. Now, I'll show you the landing in a minute. It took me years to figure out how to land this thing. Packs quite a punch, and I hope we're going to get back up in the air. Oh, just. But this thing is incredibly fast. If I just put the level stabilizer on, we can hit 300, nearly 400 miles an hour in level flight, no problem. I mean, we do start to have some control problems afterwards. I'm not sure what's going on here. Actually, have I got rudder? Have I got rudder problems? I think I have. I literally have no idea what is going on. Oh, there we go. We're fixed. We had some rudder problems there, but needless to say, I'm actually just going to... quite a lot of smoke down there. I'm going to show you how to land it now, and this is the interesting part about it. So we're going to get really low to the ground. I'm going to throttle up a lot, and there's no real place that we can actually land this thing. It is a case of you do what you need to, and right now I'm just going to throttle back, and we're going to pull up, and we're going to deploy the air brakes. And when we get level flight, so there, just need to let the aircraft fall, because it works on a system that the air brake stabilises it into level flight. So actually I'm just going to manoeuvre myself around a bit. And what we're going to do is just going to speed up time for a bit. And as you can see, engine overheats, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to push the stick forward a bit, and I'm just going to throttle up, and then we're going to zero the throttle again, just to move me out of the way, but we're going to pull back and throttle up, just to stabilise the aircraft. So we're now out of the way of any other aircraft, and this is probably why you should get yourself on a descent and just throttle up at the last second. But if I just throttle down, oh no, throttle down, drop, 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 drop. Ah, that's not gone very well. Right, as you can probably see, this thing is a pain to land. You have to come in, like, you can't, that's the mistake I made. Once you're hovering, you cannot change the angle at which you're landing at, because it will completely throw you off. And I've brought us to the selection screen here just to show you all of the different aircraft that this pack offers. Actually, let's just go back down. There we go. There's a V1 with a man in it. There's a 109 with contra-rotating props. There's a different 109. There's two 109s. There's a Blom and Vostok. This is a fantastic aircraft. I love it. But there's no sound, so we can't fly it. Lots of jet-powered stuff. Some very strange 262s. Some Arados. These are the 4-engine variants of the Arado. 1946 aircraft. These were built in the 40s, but 1946 variants of the aircraft. And then we get the Hort and Hoe aircraft. For some reason, all in black. But needless to say, the A3 has a lot more guns and is probably the better aircraft to fly. And we, of course, have the old Heinkel 162s. So if we go up some more, then we have various different aircraft there. And there's all the float aircraft. I could probably go out and find some Russian stuff now. If I can go and find my... That sounds like there's flipping Hercules or something going over. Jeez, man. We're getting it all today. Okay, there's bombers. These are light bombers. So we want IL-250. The IL-185 exists, but the 250 doesn't. Right, okay, so I can't showcase the 250 in this video. So I would say we go out and we fly... Let's fly the Hort and Hoe. So we're going to fly this, and I will just show you what the aircraft's capable of. So I'll see you in a minute. And we're back on the same airfield that we were now, because I'm just using Quick Mission Builder, as you can see, for the speed of the scenario. I wouldn't usually use Quick Mission Builder, but for the sake of the video I am. So we're going to start both our engines up. As you can see, we get the turbofan starting. And these are the outlets at the back here. Now, something interesting about this aircraft is it would have been the world's first stealth aircraft. Due to the way it was designed and the way the paint coat that it was given and everything like that, it would have been the world's first stealth aircraft. So we're just going to lower our flaps to take off, and we're going to gently throttle up because it can't deal with big throttle movements. So gently throttle up until we get to here, at which point we need to be really careful, and then shocks away. And we're off. Now, because it's a jet, it should move in a relatively straight line. As it is, even though it's veering off to the side, that might just be the wind or something. And it will go up on its nose wheel like so, which is fairly scary because you now have control over the ailerons, and I really don't like that. But anyway, needless to say, get the aircraft up, very easy. Get the flaps up, and I instantly would recommend dropping the throttle because the engines on this thing will overheat unless you are going extremely fast. I just think it looks so cool once it's in the air. You know, you've got a flying wing for God's sake. Oh yeah, and 440 mils apparently, or something like that. That's the wrong button. That one there. Just gonna let you know now, I will showcase the different 262s in tomorrow's video, because I actually have sound on Ultra Pack. But, put the aircraft in level flight, as we can see, just got the level stabilizer on, 270 miles an hour, 280, there's 90, and 300 miles an hour, just like that. And this thing, it keeps going, it does not stop, it shows no sign of stopping. Now, I can't imagine this thing would have much ammo, the flipping guns that it's got, but I can imagine it'd be pretty good whilst it has got ammo. So, we're just going to take off the level stabilizer and just go straight for a loop, as seen there, and it is an incredibly manoeuvrable aircraft. Hope I didn't just flame it. Oh no, we're blacked out. Oh god. This has not gone well. Right. Let's try that again, but let's not try any of the mucking around. Let's just take off, go around, circle the airfield and land. That's the plan. So, I will probably cover everything that's going to be happening to the channel now that I've got it sorted out in tomorrow's video. And just go from there. Because you're probably not going to be seeing any IL-2 until October, November time, like I said. So now we've got both engines throttled up, all engines selected, chocks away, set the flaps because I forgot to do that, and just let the aircraft lift off. I don't know if the nose wheel will go on its own or not. Oh, it will. And we just turn around. Like I say, incredibly manoeuvrable aircraft, up to 4 times speed. And actually, let's do a ground attack on these aircraft here. This would have been designed for just intercepting bombers at high altitudes, but as I can see, very, very, very dangerous cannons. Alright, throttle back because we've got an overheat, and I'm just gonna roll over so I get pulled towards the ground. And we're going to drop the throttle completely and we're going to deploy the air brake. And the air brake, if you can't see it, is that little tiny bar that's just popped out from under the fuselage, and I'll show the animation for you. There it goes, it disappears, and there it goes, come back out again. I am just going to attempt to put the thing on the ground. Now, this is one thing that it's not so good for, the fact that you've got a massive flipping pillar blocking your view. But oh well. Pull back. Okay, right, now we just need to hope that we slow down enough. Of course, there is no rudder on this thing, it's all done through wizardry or something like that. Oh, that's cool. There's like little air brakes that pop out on the wings. I never noticed that. Okay, so gear down, flaps all the way. We've lost as much speed as we can at the moment. Aircraft is still relatively unstable from that rudder movement. Okay, right, it's going to be a case of get on the ground and just slam the wheel brakes on. Okay. Oh, this is not a good angle. This aircraft is incredibly hard to land. I'm just gonna throw that out of there. The engines are still running, I've just remembered. And it's gonna have to be a go. No, it's not. It's really not. I don't like these German jets. No, that's not. Oh my god, it's all gone wrong. Yeah. German jets, probably the hardest things ever to land. You can see why I don't fly these aircraft very often, because they're just so annoying. Mark 103s, maybe they're 103 millimeters. Oh wow. Homing missiles? Really? Oh wow. Jeez, seven homing missiles, apparently. 4x7, I don't know what that means. Anyway, nevertheless, there is always the TA. That's boring. That one. Now we don't have a look at that. Let's have a look. 262s. We've showcased the majority of those. So let's go up and let's find some stuff in the German category that's cool. I remember there's a 190 in here, a D14 prototype. That's cool. No, that's not the aircraft I wanted. It's that one there. That's a cool plane. That's a very cool plane. I like that. There's the 190 GA, and then actually, where are the D9s? Okay, so we get the A9s. There's the A9, and there's the G9, D9. As you can see, it's a very recognisable shape. They've got much longer nose and tail sections on the aircraft. And if we keep going, it just changes completely when we get here. And it's the same thing with the TA-152. It was based on the D9 series and was a very, very, very powerful aircraft. And it's a shame that none of them ever saw production, really. I believe these are some French things. The Spitfire. It's basically it's a captured Spitfire by the looks of it, with a 109 engine in it, which probably explains why it's crap. The dumb tis. Ha, jokes. That was built. I can't showcase that. That wasn't. I might showcase that. Depends. Ah, the A1U4. Yes, the thing with a very big cannon on it. That one. The 163. Let's have a look at the 163, should we? This is a brilliant aircraft. I love this. One-time, one-use landing gear as well, which is one of its defining features. So this video is going to be a fairly short video. I say that, and we're running into 16 minutes, and I've shown off 3 aircraft. This is going to be the Luftwaffe experimental one, then. So engine starting, takeoff flaps. We don't need any start. We just go 110% throttle, and give it a minute, and we will leave the ground. Wait for it. I'm just going to get a bit of adjustment on there. Oh, no, other way, I forgot it's opposite, isn't it? There's the gear up. As you can see, it just snaps off completely, and we are left with this big old trail of smoke. We're going to raise the flap so we just get a bit more speed up, and put it on level stabilizer. There it is, the Comet. Very quiet aircraft. Made very little noise in this game. 300 miles an hour. It just doesn't stop. If you take the low stabilizer off, this thing will gladly just climb. But that 10 minutes of fuel or whatever it is really does slow you down. It is a pretty big blow. How much can we red out? How much can we red out? Can we kill ourselves? We got close. But once again, very big twin 40mm guns on it. And as you probably heard before, the Comet was used when shooting down bombers, but didn't really prove that effective because it was so bloody dangerous. Okay, right, this is going to be a problem because we need to slow down a lot. So if I just go around for a turn, and we're now at 190 miles an hour, so I'm actually just going to throttle up a bit, make sure we don't stall. And this will be good. Gear down, flaps to landing, and as you can see, the gear is just a little skid. Now, there wasn't an experimental aircraft. Well, actually, no, it was, because not many of them were ever built, and we are going relatively slow now. Ooh. So we're just going to land somewhere over here, keeping it on the stick. The aircraft bounces a bit, but not on the tarmac. And I would recommend putting a wing down. The moment you get on the ground, it will slow you down a lot, even if it does start sparking like that. Oh, we're bouncing, we're bouncing. There's nothing you can do to slow down with this, I'm afraid. No brakes. Oh, we're just missing that hangar. Ah, oh well. Are there chocks? Nope, there's no chocks because I ain't got any wheels. But that was episode 9, albeit a slightly strange episode. Tomorrow I will probably do what I want. Actually, we'll cover some experimental aircraft and then I'll just talk for a while. Just to say thank you probably for the support over this series. But once again, I say thank you very much for watching, and I will see you in the next one. Ta-ra.